Alright, hello, and welcome to Squeeze Central. So, let's do this garden tour, see what we have going here. So, I'm in garden number 1 right now, and I have, these are purple potatoes growing right here. Looks decent. I have little holes in here. I'm not sure what's going on there. It's only a couple, so I'm not going to worry about it. I've been picking off any flowers I see. I think something jumped in here, groundhog, and broke that one. Yeah, look at those teeth marks. So I do have to put a new fence up. Yep, it ate down this guy again too. I need to put a fence up. This one is broken. It's only a year old, but this year fence is crap. Nothing I can do about that. So I'm going to get a hardwire mesh and put around this whole thing eventually, actually, hopefully in the next week or so, because I'm going to keep losing stuff. What we have here is my Bok Choy. It went to seed, of course, because that's a cool weather plant. So I'm trying to see if I can gather some of the seeds, letting them dry off. Same with my red Russian Kale. This red Russian Kale was actually in since the fall. So I'm going to get some of these seeds. I probably don't need to save this many, so I may pull some of these out later on. I just pulled out the spinach that was in here. Somebody came in and ate stuff last night because this looked better yesterday before I went to bed. Let's see, are they eating the, yeah, they're eating, so I have to get this garden closed up because I'm going to lose a lot of stuff. But I need to pick these sweet peas. I like them when they're like this, so I really need to grab these a lot sooner. They're so tiny, though. I don't understand why they're so tiny, but I guess that's the one I bought. These are my sweet peas and snow snap peas. I also have cucumbers starting to grow in here, which some look like they've been trampled upon. I don't know. I didn't have this problem with the groundhogs last year. They stuck to their area. Look, ate the cabbage. My goodness, I'm a little sad about that. But I'm going to need to plant some more cucumbers, I think, since there were 2 or 3 over here, and now I'm only seeing one. Oh, no, there's another one. Look, it lost its leaves. So that is my big challenge. Only second year with this garden, and like I said last year, I didn't have a problem. Dill's growing. Apparently dill doesn't bother them, so they're still hanging out over here. Asparagus. It's all ferned. I still got a couple shoots growing. Next year, I will definitely be eating the asparagus. I actually have some purple asparagus to plant. I'm going to plant some down here after I clean that out again. My raspberry bushes, if you were watching before, they were attacked by something, some kind of caterpillar thing. We sprayed it. I'm going to spray it again today. There's a dead one right there. I think he's dead. He might not be. He might be eating. Yeah, he's not eating anymore. If he was, yuck. But I don't know. Maybe it'll come back. There's still a new leaf and new growth and everything like that, so that's a good thing. But we're gonna spray it again with some Captain Jack, I believe it's called, organic spray. Hopefully they will come back. They aren't eating my strawberry bushes, which does make me happy. Although I am still trying to get rid of the raspberries out of here. But I don't want them, the worms choosing to go someplace else. So in here are my peppers and onions. Yes, I planted them close together, different types. They will probably crossover and make different flavors. We'll see. But I do have more on the other side in the second garden that are a little farther apart from each other. I'll do better planning on that next year. This year I just wanted to grow some peppers. So my favorite 2 types of peppers are not really growing. Actually, I do have some banana peppers starting over there finally, but my Shishito Peppers aren't starting. So I'm going to try again. I've maybe got a week or so where I can get some started, and hopefully they'll grow, or I might have to go find some organic starter plants because I really love my Shishito Peppers. I'm not exactly sure what's happening with this plant here. It's only on that plant. It's getting a little worse. I'm going to have to look into that. But I have all kinds of peppers. Of course, I'm on the wrong side to tell you what kinds I have. I'll walk around in a second. Oh, and here I have my chard and collards, which are doing lovely. I'm about to cut. I don't know if I'll cut today or tomorrow. I'll probably cut tomorrow because I have other stuff I want to do today. Some of that chard off, and it'll be the third time I've cut them, and the collards as well. These guys are ready to go, so I will cut those again tomorrow, and they're super yummy. I don't like them getting really thick, so I cut them when they're small. They're tender and whatnot. Are you being a good puppy? So my beans, which were supposed to be bush beans, but it looks like some of them were not bush beans, so I'm gonna have to add a little bit of support in here. You're gonna hurt yourself. Hey, stop it. This is our puppy Kamaria. She's 10 weeks old today. She's bad. She broke my hose. She bit my hose yesterday and popped it. So now I have to get a new hose. Keep your head down. I still have carrots in here growing nicely. That looks like, is that a weed? That is a weed. Get out of here, weed. Trying not to be friendly to the weeds. She thinks I'm throwing her stuff. But yeah, so I'm going to add some supports in there. I do have lettuce in here, which needs to come out today or yesterday. Looks like it's been munched on. Making me very sad. This little critter, big critter, whatever he is, jumping up in here. Maybe I need to add more mint in this garden area. This is my strawberry bush. It's very full. Strawberry bed. It's very full. I have some more strawberries starting. This is usually a once a year group of strawberries. They're still kind of forming some strawberries now. I actually cleared this out pretty much in the fall, but it super filled in, so I'm gonna have to take some more out and probably I had put some down here in this bed. That's how I got the strawberries. Look how big they are. So as I pull these raspberries out and just keep pulling and digging and pulling and digging, I may just replace it with strawberries and make this another strawberry bed. It seems the most likely plan. So what I was saying was my peppers. I have El Duce peppers, those little guys right there. This is a California Wonder. Also has some of that rust stuff going on. More California Wonder. Same thing with the rust. Corona de Toro, I think it's called. These guys right here. Some jalapenos in the corner, which I don't even like hot peppers, but my husband does. And frying peppers. I think it's these two are actually the frying peppers, so I hope they make it. And they keep growing and growing. They look pretty good. Looks like something tried to eat some of it. Nothing on it, but looks like something tried to eat it. All right, we're gonna make our way. Oh, my marigolds got knocked over by whatever big animal was up in here. We're gonna walk over to the second garden. All right, on the way to the second garden, have to make a stop at the blueberry bushes in the Sixilla. They are super slow. That's the only one that's really bush-like. They're super slow. A lot of people were saying that, maybe because we had so many weird cold snaps in the spring. You can't have the garlic. Garlic's bad for dogs. Get out. Out, 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 out. Okay, here's my garlic. So the garlic has all of our tops, except for the one right there, have been, all the scapes have been cut. Got about 120 scapes. With this process, I've made scape butter. I'm going to make some more this week. I've given some away or sold some, and there's a couple random scapes. I'm going to let them go to what they call bulbous, something like that, and see if I can get seeds from those, because you can. So I've got 2 scapes, one there and one way over there, that I'm going to let go bulbous. So they're starting to die back. Another week, most of the green will be dyed back, and I will start pulling. Hopefully they're bigger, big enough, or big. We'll see. I was super excited, but the more I look at them, I'm like, oh, maybe they're not that big under there. And I don't want to dig one up like a lot of people do to check. Grapevine. Grapevine looks good, except for all the stupid spotted lantern flies all over it. We've got grapes down here. I don't know if they'll be viable this year because we're not sure if it's a 2 or a 3 year plant, or a 3 or a 4 year plant. I think it's something like that. But sorry, I had to kill a bug when I saw it. It was a potato bug or something. So I'll spray some of these bugs off later on today with soap and water. But these look good. They're kind of just growing. Like they won't, I don't know. I feel like they're supposed to wrap around this pole. They really aren't. I have to keep looking and researching to figure out exactly what this should do. I mean, I know what happens when it gets to the top of what should be a pergola. But right now, cloud looks awesome, sky. But right now, they're just kind of like splaying out. And tying them up is kind of weird. So, I don't know. I guess we're just going to keep going. See what happens. All right, garden 2. Probably gonna have to stop and fight the dog in a little bit because she likes to eat the wood chips, which are not good. We have potatoes. First bed, we have some potatoes. We have some broccoli trying to grow, it looks like. Never really grown broccoli before, so I'm not sure if it's gonna make it. It seems really tall to me. And there's nothing on the inside coming out. So unless I was given the wrong seeds, I don't know. If you know, let me know, because I honestly have no idea. Just keep looking things up and hoping. Uh-oh, got some bad foliage going on here. But there she goes. Look at her. She's so bad. Kamaria. Hey, off. And there's onions there too. Kamaria, off. Leave it. Yeah, leave it. I'm going to take you inside. Alright, I am still learning how to do this videoing, and I think I videoed the wrong way earlier, but I just took the dog back inside because she's making me crazy. So let's start garden 2 again, or for the first time, depending on how I do this video. First bed in garden 2, we have broccoli, potatoes, onions, supposed to be cauliflower and Brussels sprouts, but I think all the cauliflower was eaten in the very beginning. I'll try again later. But the potatoes look good. These are just white small potatoes from a farm that I used to go to. We got some potato beetles on here. I'm just gonna smash those buggers when I see them. And so let's see. Oh, and I'm popping off again, like I said earlier, popping off all the flowers I see. Trying to get more energy back down to those potatoes. They get a little bigger and a little more plentiful. So these are the first flowers I've popped off of these because they were covered with a row cover because of the broccoli. But then everything started getting too big for the row cover. And I tried to make it bigger, but I still don't think it's going to be big enough. So I never put it back on. Everything's okay right now. But I'm wondering if this broccoli is growing too tall. I've never grown it before. It looks gigantic to me. I didn't think it was supposed to be that tall. So I'm not sure what's going on there. I'll have to look more into that. If you know, please feel free to tell me. Because like I said, I do not know why it got so big. So this is a Brussels sprout. Looks good. Last year I lost all my Brussels sprouts to cabbage moths, so I'm keeping an eye out. Like I said, I'm going to be spraying everything with an organic spray today. That will hopefully deter. I have planted mint, basil. No, I'm sorry, I have basil. That's basil. And the onions are supposed to help deter the cabbage moth, along with marigolds, all throughout this area. So hopefully those companion plants will keep those little pesky white moth fly things away. I'm going to cut the tops of these onions today. Get some scallions from that. And I believe these are all, I actually don't know now because my signs got mixed up, but these are either all Brussels sprouts or that may be a cabbage. I have no idea. It's probably a Brussels sprout. Some more basil. I threw a rosemary in there to see if it would root. Yeah, all these guys have to be cut. You cut them off so that they'll keep giving energy to the to the onion. These onions were started from seed. Yay, me! So I'm excited about that. Again, more basil everywhere. These are the ladybug. Hello, ladybug. These are red potatoes, I believe, right over here. Their branches are getting super heavy. They're like not even holding themselves up anymore. And they're falling over into the cabbagey area over here where I do have more marigolds. And this guy right here, I'm going to cut him out today. Yay! He was the one that was attacked a while ago. And I'm going to check this guy. My okra, I'm not sure what is going on with the okra. I'm about to order some more seeds. They're the same seeds I used last year, and they were perfectly wonderful. So I'm not sure what happened this year. If they don't like this ground, I don't know. Hopefully they're going to keep growing. I may drop some more in, just in case. Actually, I think I will. It could have been something that happened when they were here. Everyone says it could be chemical. There's no chemicals. And they're the only thing in this bed that looks all wrinkly like that. It could have been the sun scalding. I don't know. But it doesn't seem to be getting better. Not getting worse, just not getting better. Tomatillos. I have 3 plants. These 2 are big enough. They're staked up. I'm going to have to add another tomato stake there and there. I got a little guy right there just starting. And I have a... Whatever you are, bug, you're going to die. I have a Mexican sour gherkin. I'm so excited. I've never actually had or tasted one, but there is one growing right there. I did plant 2 more, so we'll see if they come up. Next to the okra on the other side of the little trellis I had created is the vining beans. Red beans, black beans. I don't remember what other kind of beans I planted. And I have some corn. And this bird nut's going to have to come off because things are getting too tall for it now. Lots of carrots. I don't know when I think the carrots need a lot more time. I've never been successful with carrots before. These guys look good on the top. Hopefully they're good on the bottom. I lost a lot of the beans in here, so I'll replant those. Luckily they grow pretty fast. But the carrots, hopefully I get a good little harvest out of that. I have planted some more in other areas, little succession sowing. Again, red potatoes, just doing their thing. And the third bed on this side, I have some early garlic, summer garlic, my raspberry bushes, which did start to get that same thing as the other raspberry bushes, but they not as fast. I have sprayed them as well. Hopefully it's slowed down. Not totally sure, but it looks like the ones I bought last year are less affected than the one. This is a transplant right here, and you see how much more eating we have going on. But I will be spraying them again today, just to try to prevent whatever wants to eat them all from me. Beets, they're not done yet, I don't think, but they're still going right over there. I did pull up all those turnips. I did replant. I bought something called Chinese broccoli. It almost looks like a Swiss chard when it grows. My hardy kiwi here needs its support, so this week I am going to go and buy 2 4x4 pieces of wood, maybe 3, no 2, because I think I have something else I can use, and it's going to make like a T-frame. It's going to go right here against this wood here, and we're going to train these to grow. This one here, and then there's one all the way over there. It's actually growing up a pole now, to grow up those and across with wire. That's how everyone seems to grow them. Eventually I think we're going to have to bump this wall out, and again, like the other one, we're probably going to need to replace it because this is brand new, but I'm sure it'll end up ripped next year like this other one was. Like the other one is, I should say. So that's why this whole space back here is empty, because this hardy kiwi grows like a tree, and the raspberries grow like it's their business. So, yeah, I'm going to come back over here and spray those boogers off of there. And hopefully get some. I did have some raspberries. Oh, wait. I think I can eat this one. I'm so excited. First raspberry. And of course I have turned the camera and it's going to screw everything all up. I apologize. First raspberry. And it's mine. I'm not telling the kids. Pretty sweet. Could be sweeter. Maybe a couple more. And hopefully soon everything will start to flower. All right, this bed. I have a wild bean plant growing. I think I'm gonna pull it. I'm not too wild about this wild bean plant. This thing right here is Tepa bean. Yeah, we're not gonna do that. Sorry. So that's gone. We got onions, more onions. Help again with the cabbage moths and other things that will like to come and attack my tomato plants. I did cut them all, like I told you before. I pruned them. I took a lot of the prunings and I actually replanted them. I'll show you some of those in a minute. This is the Amish paste tomatoes just starting because for whatever reason I did not like starting indoors. I have basil and eggplants. These 2 eggplants actually look really good. On the other side is pepper. These guys I'm going to have to snip a little more, getting a little wild. I do not know from this side what these tomato plants are. I'll tell you when I get over there. That eggplant looks okay. Little weird damage going on right there, but I think I sprayed the other stuff on it to make sure there's nothing eating it. I did start carrots in here. Really tiny, right there. And we have onions growing. I don't think these were seed onions. I think these were the ones that I kind of bought in the store because I didn't trust my seed onions. So they're going to start growing. You have to expose the tops of them. So that, can you see it? So that they can bulb out. More tomato plants. I do not know what type of tomato plants those are because they're not supposed to be there. So I guess we'll find out when the tomatoes start growing. I still haven't cooked my mustard. I think I'll do that today. The tatsoi mustard. And I have some sweet peas I'm going to cook with it. Saute, make a little Asian stir fry. I have a couple more. These were under that mesh cage. I need to prop these up, make sure they have support, and then prune them some. And this one's going to need another little pruning, I think, and some support. I have more support things in there. These are more potatoes. There's actually 2 different types in here, and I don't remember what types they are. Let's see if I can find their little sign amongst the craziness. Golden russet. But then there's another one in here. Looks like a purple potato or a blue potato. That might be in here. I'm trying to kill that bug, like a little potato bug. I'm not sure what I planted. Because I love potatoes and I was like, I don't care what kind of potato it is, I will eat it later. So we have we have peppers, And right here we have, again, the Cora di Tora pepper. It's all these guys right here. So I kind of kept them separate over here. And then there are some California Wonders that don't seem to be starting very well. I think they got 2 covered by the tomatoes. These are Wisconsin 55 tomatoes right here. So those are a larger tomato. And these are garden peach. I have no idea, but they're super cute looking in the picture. And I'm excited. I think they're a small cherry-like tomato, which is why this plant has gone buck wild. Cherry tomatoes, indeterminate, but more just than indeterminate. They're like wild. They grow like 50 other plants. So I actually think I'm going to cut this one. Hope I'm showing this right. I'm going to cut this one, and I'm going to cut this one off and start them as their own plants because, well, I can. More jalapenos. Lucky Tiger tomatoes. Aunt Ruby's green tomatoes. Yeah, we're gonna have a lot of tomatoes. I'm excited. Oh, this one's got a little bud on it. I probably should top it. Oh no, it's pretty thick. I'm not gonna top it. What is this one? This is a California Wonder pepper. I'm not going to top any of them. This guy and this guy were cut off of this guy, which is a purple Cherokee, and planted in the ground. They have started their own plants. They're super strong. super rooted already, because everything, all the hairs inside the tomato plants will make roots. So those are Cherokee Purple, and right here is Chadwick Cherry tomatoes. These two guys right here. All right, moving over. So I did when I cut pieces off of all these, I did plant them. Most of them are over on my deck because I didn't want to overfill here. So we are at the back of the squash trellis on the other side of it, and I'm just kind of giving it a little view for any of those squash bugs. I'm so terrified. I am going to start some more inside just as a second thing, but I am honestly so terrified. I wish I had my greenhouse. But oh, look at the male flowers right there. And yeah, got a lot of female flowers, which hopefully are fertilized. The bees are not coming over here, weirdly enough. They're in my grass. They like the clover better than anything else. But I've got other little pollinators over here, so hopefully, I don't know, I might come out here and do the whole Q-tip thing. But right now, I'm just keeping an eye out for any little holes or cuts. I have to go. You can't see the base. It's way back there. But anyway, back to this side real fast, and we'll get over there. So this is the... so I have a pink bumblebee started right here. I love those cherry tomatoes, and I could not get any of the seeds to start. I did get some more I ordered them from somewhere, and I planted them right there. So hopefully they will start soon as well. But this guy right here is a Buttermilk Falls yellow tomato, which I feel like I probably had at my the farm before. Why don't I have a stake in the ground and no tomato connected to it? Okay, I guess I was getting ready. But I may need to cut a couple pieces off of that one too and start new plants. But I did that already. Right here, 1, 2. Those were teeny tiny. Look how small they still are, but they're gonna grow. This one right here is a Wisconsin. I cut the whole bottom off of it. Oh, sorry. I cut the whole bottom off and started again. Right here. That was the start. And it is securely in the ground and growing absolutely fine. And there's some other little tomato plants here starting. I think some of them are, one's a Martin Green, I think. This is a Martin Green, but I think this one is too. Onions, of course. They were started later than the onions on the other side. This is a nasty bug. A dead bug. That's what you are. You're a dead bug. This is a broccoli. We'll see what happens with it. I kind of just threw it over here because I threw it over here because, why did I throw it over here? Because I had put a whole bunch on the other side already. Alright, I'll be spraying this too. We'll see. There's another one there. I don't know if they're going to take. There's some chives right there. And I think I planted some chives deeper in to help, again, with squash bugs and other things. We got a bad leaf over here on our yellow squash. Those little white flies, they're not white flies, I'm sorry. These little greenish flies that you see are actually good. They're killing and eating things. And we have tons of them, so I'm happy about it. I'm going to give this a little spray, but we got some yellow zucchini right there. I'm going to just step in here and take this off. It just looks bad. I'm not sure why. I don't think it's powdery mildew, but I'm trying to keep everything off the ground if I can. These guys are growing really well. I don't know, it's like pray for the plants. I'm gonna spray again. I keep saying that. It's good stuff, organic. Lots of ladybugs over here. Hopefully they're helping out. I guess there's aphids over here. I saw some earlier. This is cantaloupe right here next to my spaghetti squash and blue Hubbard squash. So that's that. Let's see. Napa Cabbage. For some reason, the one bolted, it looks like. That guy right there. This one looks like it bolted. It's very weird. So I'm just gonna let that go. But this one seems to be decent. Oh, you're a bad bug, aren't you? Oh crap. Then I lost it. Oh, but this one seems to be decent. Keep an eye on it. Keep it inspected, and hopefully without buggies that want to eat it. Behind that is a honeydew, little guy right there. And I think this is another vegetable squash. I am not sure. I have to look on the other side. Here we have green zucchini. We have a couple little sprouts starting, flowers in there. They're a little slower for whatever reason to start growing. The weeds intimidating them. But I have like 3 or 4 plants of those. Hopefully they're gonna go. I like the green more than I like the yellow, so kind of disappointed they're not growing as fast. But we'll see. We'll see. Over here. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm gonna go backwards real quick. So I was telling you that I took out plants and planted them in here. I believe this is the what's over there? The buttermilk. These are buttermilk falls plants in here that were cut off and started, and they are firm in here with this basil and the weed. So eventually I'll take them out and give them a bigger area. I might just plant them over here since this is really kind of empty. Get some more basil. There's some mint in a pot, again to help deter squash bugs. I occasionally just break the leaf off so that smell comes out and they know to stay away. We got watermelon here, 3 different types, and there's 1 plant of 3 different types, so we'll see what happens. And like I said, here is this is actually a buttersquash. A buttersquash. I'm not sure what's going on. Look at the baby lightning bug. I'm not sure what's going on. It looks like it's got dimples in it. I saw that yesterday. I'm gonna have to look that up. So we have some flowers starting. So we'll see. Yeah, they're growing with dimples. So I feel like maybe that's part of the plant. I've never grown it before. This is the melon. It is called an orange flesh honeydew. So that's this guy right here. My son was like, I like cantaloupe, plant me cantaloupe. I have a sweet dumpling squash starting right here. He's a little late. He better hurry up so he gets the sun before they take over. Lots of flowers for my yellow zucchini. Cantaloupe. It's getting this weird defunct, I'm not sure what that is. Oh, my clippers are over there. I'm gonna get my clippers and cut that off. I'm not sure what happened there. But we're gonna cut that off. Lightning bugs making it. So there's a lot of ladybug, good. Little things going on here that I don't know what they are, but we're gonna just keep an eye on everything and see. Look at those roots. Oh, the roots, I'm sorry, look at those stems. Trying to protect the stems. So, a lot of ants over there. But I'm continually almost laying on the ground trying to see what is going on. Making sure I don't see anything that's going to do harm. Trying to catch anything that wants to do harm to my plants as fast as possible. So these guys are big. Up on the trellis. Exciting. This will be my shady place when I'm out here working because this is a full sun garden. And everything out here likes a lot of sun, so that's why we put this here. And sorry, I thought I saw something. But yeah, so this is the garden. I guess this isn't really all of it yet, so let's go see some other parts. So another part of my garden are my pots. So this is also where I threw some of those tomato pieces. These guys right here, nice and got roots, so they'll be moved soon. Same thing, whole bunch of Chadwick cherries I put in here. I'll probably give some away to friends. Same here, I planted some tomatoes that are taking root in there if the groundhogs aren't trying to eat them. My strawberry, look at that, groundhog nibbles. Pain in the butts. Didn't go after anything last year. Like, I don't know. Maybe they really think we're friends because they play with my dog. These are ever-bearing strawberries in here. Ooh, this is mine. So we will have strawberries throughout the summer. I am super excited about that. I planted a bunch more of ever-bearing strawberries in the front of the house. So we have those. We have some lavender, some more mint, some more strawberries. A chive I grew from an end of my, oh my God, I need to, I guess, cut this? I don't even know. This was a chive that my mom used for dinner. And I took the pieces and I planted it. And it's freaking humongous. I don't think it's gonna make an onion. You can have all that, Henry. I don't know how that works, but that's that. And then we have more pots over there with oregano that needs to be cut down and dried, and some rosemary. This is again where my greenhouse will hopefully be one day. And here in the bathtub we have some sweet potatoes. I can't water anything because my dog bit the hose yesterday and ripped it, but these guys are looking pretty good. It's tilted down so the water does go out the original drain hole. It's got rocks in the bottom, and I think it was rocks, and I put a cloth on top of that, that cloth right there on top of that, and then dirt, and I mulched it up. So we'll see how this works. Over there we have blackberries, and we actually have blackberries, which is pretty cool. So hopefully I'll be able to get them before the birds do. Oh, let me eat this strawberry. It's turning my hands red. Oh God, it's so good. Oh, it's so good. Oh, yummy. But we have our first blackberry starting here. I need to clip these suckers up, and I think I'm gonna I don't know, I guess I should tie them to the fence. Something like that. Oops. Something like that might work. They're just leaning to our wind blows that way, so they're leaning with the wind. So I'll do that today too. So I am out front and I have some strawberries in a planter here, ever-bearing strawberries. I also planted some in the ground. There's two here. You can probably only see the one, and a worm next to the one that's not viable yet. But so I planted the strawberries in the ground because there's not much I can do out here. I also planted some potatoes, and you see how small they are. They're really taking a long time to grow. So hopefully the strawberries will take. There's some more here that I planted in the ground, and we're just gonna let them have the front area for the most part. I believe those are marigolds. I hope they're not those fake tomatoes. Some longevity spinach, which I don't know what to do with. Some lavender, and I'm gonna pick these sweet peas up in here. This one is done, but there's some in there that are still good on top. So I'm gonna pick these guys today. More lavender and longevity spinach. There's some strawberry plants back there. Little tiny things way back there. I planted some broccoli up here. I was just trying to see if anything would take. It gets the late sun, so not the best sun. There are chives in here, which are doing pretty good. Rosemary and oregano, so I guess herbs do fine up here. But not really any plants. so far. My calla lilies came back, surprisingly. Surprise, surprise. It took longer than we thought. And so we thought they actually weren't coming back at all. There are other colors in here like purple and red, I think. But there we got some more right there starting to come up. Over here, rose bush my son bought me. Getting bigger. I gotta do some weeding, of course. More strawberries. Strawberries. And stuff that needs to come out. Dandelions that were here. That's a dandelion. Leftovers. So I do have a sunflower or two right here, and behind it is an artichoke. It is actually going to take off, so that'll be cool. I wanted to have a couple artichokes. You see this big open area, very plain looking, and I don't do bushes, but again, nothing was happening. So we have an artichoke, so that'll get nice and big and be foliage. Strawberries. There's one there and there. I think I'm pointing at them, but there's two strawberries here. I tried to do Swiss chard up here. It didn't take. Actually, one took. One out of like 30. Weeds, lemon balm, going crazy. I'm going to put it in a pot and put it near my chicken coop. I tried to plant some in the ground, but the groundhog came and ate it. Go figure. Didn't know the groundhog liked lemon balm. And some catnip. But the lemon balm will ward off flies. Hopefully. More strawberries behind it, and way over to the right, mixed in with the weeds. So I need to get some weeding done. And one Swiss chard out of, I said, like 30. Something was digging in here. Something, I don't know what they got. I don't know. They got something apparently. Sunflowers. There's supposed to be a artichoke back here, but there is not. But there is an artichoke over here. And itty bitty sunflowers. Like someone ate the top of that one off. And this one's trying to grow. And some marigolds. Again, everything up here is super slow growing because of the lack of full sun. Although I think that's some Tatsu mustard I planted there on a whim. I don't know. See how far that gets. There are strawberries over here. They aren't doing anything yet, but I will actually plant some full ones over here a little later. Just weeds. Yeah. More lemon balm and catnip in there. So I'm going to pull some of those and again put them in a bigger pot. But that's the front. Hey! So I just realized I did not say thank you for watching this video when I was editing it, and as I sit in traffic, I just wanted to say thank you for watching my garden tour, and there are more to come. I'm a month behind still, so it is now July 20th, and I think that video was like June 16th or 21st or something. But I'm gonna try to pick this up and get more in faster. That's probably the longest video I did so far, and there's another garden tour I think coming. If not, I am gonna actually probably do one today. So check back and forth and see the difference between that and today. Thanks. Bye. Have a blessed day.